Hello, YouTube, Internet, iTunes, and other people. Thanks for tuning in to Minovsky Radio's third podcast. Today, we have a small cast joining us. We've got Nick84 The Rock from YouTube.
What's up, guys?
We've got Joshua Ndamu, or Brandon, from Father of Peace fam. And lastly, and most definitely least, Patrick, 1969.
Oh, okay. Hi.
No, just kidding.
It was my turn.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I didn't have anything funny to say, so.
Oh. Such a sad, dead space here on the podcast. Anyway, we'll be talking about some cool stuff. We'll be talking about build fighters, as well as robot Damashi, real grade, and high grades, and video games. So we'll go ahead and just jump right into Gundam Build Fighters. We've all seen at least the first episode, to where we can at least talk about what we like about it and everything like that. So, Patrick, I know your thoughts on it. We'll have you start.
Okay. How can I sum up the series for me?
How can you politely sum up?
To where everybody can just automatically know. Because I can't just say I don't like it.
Yeah.
Like everybody has to know just exactly how I feel. So, let's take, for example, say you're at a bar and somebody orders like a bunch of shots, alright? And you're taking them and you feel good and everything, but then the next day you're just really feeling hungover and stuff. That's what the show is kind of for me. It's like, oh, such a good idea, it'll be fun to watch, people, these characters make models and then, it's gonna be just like the 3-episode Gundam Builder series they had. And then you watched it and it was just like, gross. It's just bad. It was just bad in the end. I hated it.
So, Patrick and I kind of switched roles on this one. I went into it thinking it was going to be terrible, and he was having a more open mind about it, and I actually quite enjoyed it. And Patrick obviously didn't.
It was so dumb. I don't get it. So what's breaking the figures? Like, is there, or the models,
Particle transformation. We need Rumbarall to come in and give us exposition.
Exactly.
With his dreamy eyes and everything.
This goof.
Giving this awkward stares.
That weird mustache.
I'm gonna invite a mystery guest to speak on it. I'm gonna invite Mrs. Joshua Gandamu to share her opinion of Gundam Build Fighters, because she can only pop in for a short time.
Alright, go for it.
Do it.
Hey guys.
Hello.
What's up?
I totally missed whatever you were talking about, though. I caught a little piece of it, and then I was trying to decide whether I should be here or working on
Patrick
something
said he
else.
loved it.
We were talking about what's our favorite Mexican bread?
Oh, Conchitas.
Yeah.
So it sounded like there were mixed reviews on Gundam Build Fighters. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, we're starting with negative right now, so.
Yeah, Patrick's not very fond of it.
I still attest Patrick loved it.
Well, my take on it, in brief, before I run away, I guess, is obviously it's not the same kind of storyline as what most non-SD Gundam series are. It's sort of a really well done version of the, what were those called, Brandon? Those little ovas or whatever.
The little Gundam building thingy animation.
Yeah, it was like a really well done thing with the little, that had the little bear guy and whatever else in there. So it's a totally different storyline. I know Brandon was telling me he enjoyed being able to see, well, I don't know still what he was saying, so I better not let him talk. But I thought for something that you get to see Gundams in action, and I'm sure we'll get to see more of that as it goes, you got to keep the lightheartedness of youth. without the terrors of war.
Yeah.
If that makes it essentially non-Gundam, I don't know. But you do get to see the mechs in action, and it is a human pilot. It's just not actually piloted.
So you actually enjoyed it?
I did enjoy it. I believed that for what it was well done. I think probably the main question is going to be whether people liked what it was or not.
Yeah.
But I thought that the animation was good. The acting was good enough to enjoy. I guess I didn't pay over much attention to that. And it was kind of a fun, useful storyline, I guess.
I agree.
Yeah. My whole issue though is just how are they moving? Like how? Like how are they moving? Because it wasn't like they were on a computer screen. It was a video game. It was like
It's the particles, man. The particles.
yeah, there you go.
Rumbarall's exposition, you know?
Rumbles all of a sudden, a soul got into them, and they started moving on their own. I don't. Come on. And then they break.
Rumbarall explained it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of mystical.
No, I have to say.
The genie in a ball storyline was kind of fun. Kind of interesting.
See, Rumbarall explained it in the weirdest way possible, because he's Rumbarall. But, I guess, like, particles mix with the whole Gunpla plastic and makes it move or something. It was kind of a shaky concept, but at least they tried.
That just opens the door to so many other bad things. Like the Indian in the cupboard scenario, like, oh, so I can put anything I want that's inanimate in the cupboard, and then open the door back up and it's alive.
I see.
Yep. I agree. I agree with what Patrick's saying, but I just kind of gave it a
start up
pass.
and they're like, I choose Darth Vader, but that's not a gun, dumb.
Yeah.
You can't do that. I just did.
And I've got a lightsaber.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
Either way, the action scenes were enjoyable. Was there anything else you wanted to add to that, Miss Joshua Gandamu?
I guess it's more fun if you ignore the technicalities.
Yeah, like, you have to ignore the fact that they're. I thought it was Minovsky particles, the Pulaski or some shit like that. I don't know. You just have to ignore it. Yeah.
I guess I was thinking more of like more of like the video games that they've had periodically in Gundam, for like training pilots. Only I have no idea how that results in plastic being damaged.
Yeah, see, and who wants to mess up their stuff? Come on.
And why would it matter if that was the case?
If it was going to ruin it.
Yeah. And why would it matter if that was the case, how well built it was? Because for some reason it really matters how well built it is. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was
I guess
thinking
in
too.
that sense, the technicalities do come into play pretty heavily.
I was thinking any of my high grades would get their asses whooped because mine looked like shit.
I feel you.
Now the MSA are made of PVC. They're a bit harder to break.
I'd be the cheater and throw like
slow you
an
down,
MSA in it.
Throw in a Dark Gundam in there and be like, yeah, what's up now?
No one can stop me.
I'd throw in the Darth Vader. See what happens.
Oh, man.
Rumbarall of your mom.
Yep. Rumbarall.
It was kind of weird that he was there, and I think he was the only thing out of the series that I really, really enjoyed was just the awkward, like, older man just
popping up out of nowhere.
Yeah, and looking all dreamy at the young boy. Like,
yeah, he's a new type.
Gave it that,
Rumbarall.
What was that?
Level chosen. Desert.
The desert.
After I heard them say desert for the level, Sarah and I went and watched Gundam Abridged, the episode where they keep saying desert.
Desert.
Oh, there you go.
If only Shaz was
I really like you know how to say, who know how to pronounce Earth phenomenon. Don't you, Mrs. Joshua Gadama?
Oh, man. If only Shaz was here. If only. Oh, good times, good times.
Well, guys, I guess I'll let you to it. Enjoy the rest of your conversation.
Oh, thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for being on.
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.
But I agree. You know, I enjoyed it. The animation was good. The explanation was a little bit dumb. I agree, but
iffy at best.
Yeah.
But you gotta let it slide.
It happens. So,
you know.
And I mean, at least it's not like Age, where it's like, hey, serious war drama, dead people, genocide. It's like,
I like genocide.
I know, because Flit's your favorite character.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
We're gonna have annoying war orphans without actual war.
There's going to be a bunch of, like, digital war orphans from this Gundam fight.
Should be people in the
Patrick throwing them out the airlocks because he can't stand them.
That would be actually, like, an interesting thing if for the World Championship. Like, hey, there are people living in this colony. Try not to kill them. It'll increase your score.
Mm.
And then they all just die because no one who pilots a Gundam cares.
I think they're making up for all the real world war scenarios by like having, Rumble Raw be there and be a perv, and then having the mom be taking care of the shop, and we don't know what happened to the dad.
Rumble Raw probably killed him. He had an electrical whip and just went to town.
Oh no, come on.
That's how it went.
It's probably the scenario I threw out there. She cheated on him, he ran away.
This is no plastic model, boy. No plastic model.
Exactly.
Rumble Raw. Maybe give us exposition on how Say's dad left.
I hope so, because that's kind of vague. Like, oh, he just packed up his Gundam and left.
Yeah,
it's obviously going to be the main storyline thing that's going to be running through.
It's going to be
another
awesome move.
The horrible story is he became a brony.
Oh.
Aww.
Oh.
Wait, what's wrong with bronies?
Really, Patrick? You're a brony?
What's wrong with bronies?
For it.
Are you a brony?
I'm not saying I'm not, but I'm not saying I am.
Well, that could mean a lot of things. You could be Batman for all I know.
Dang it.
I think he talks like he has marbles in his throat.
I thought I was doing...
What's that?
And we lost it.
Yeah.
Oh, well. It happens.
Alright, so you want to do some positives now? Actually, we actually covered most of the positives, actually.
We just kind of rambled on about it. The animation.
It's got animation, animation.
Sexual tension.
Sexual tension. That's the best.
I like how it seems very simple. I love the 1 Year War and everything about it. I like, the senseless people dying from random things, like, a shell hitting a lady in the head in Gundam F91, and, carnage and stuff. But, I don't know, it's kind of nice to watch something with no overreaching, grim storyline.
Yeah.
I don't know why, I just liked it. But, seeing all the favorite suits in animation was definitely really cool.
Yeah.
No, definitely. I agree with you, Brandon. For me, if the genocide doesn't make sense, it doesn't work with the show. And I think with this show being geared more towards, little children and, amateur gunpla makers, having, a city be destroyed by Rambarel's awkward... showing up all of a sudden, it wouldn't work with the show. But with the original Gundam, yeah, it works because it's like a war story pretty much. But that's why I don't mind. And there's a lack of genocide. Sorry, Patrick.
Yeah.
I keep holding my breath.
I'm just so sad.
What kind of strange thing are they going to do with this Ragey guy? Is he like some horrible person banished to the planet of Mars? They're actually going to attack the Earth and it's going to be age all over again? I hope.
That's what I'm thinking.
I kind of thought it was all in his head, like he just made up a friend, and this would explain, like, okay, yeah, the dad is obviously missing. He's going through some traumatic stuff, so he's make-believing that he has friends.
That's sad.
Well, he did, show up second place, so the dad, that's reason enough for anybody to run away from home, get second place.
He would show up.
But then the mom's having interactions with him, so that went out the window.
But, like, Rumbarall sees him, and his mom sees him.
Yeah.
So it's like...
True, but everyone just went crazy, apparently.
Brandon, I think you called it. Like, I don't want to ruin episode 2 for you, but you called it, my friend.
Oh, man.
Why you got ruined it like that?
I'm not going to specify how it gets ruined, but you're on the right track.
No, hate age. I like G Gundam more than I like age.
Whoa.
Don't go there.
No. Wait, hold on.
Cancel that call.
This is the real question. Did you like the Gundam live-action movie? I don't remember what it was called anymore.
You mean Savior?
Yeah,
no one likes that.
Okay.
No one likes that movie, except for my friend Greg.
I don't even think I like that.
What is it?
What is that? The movie that was so awful it should never be mentioned by name.
Wasn't it Patrick and Shaz?
G Savior.
I'll take the heat for it. I did it.
Yeah. Patrick and Shaz were defending it last
Savior.
time, yeah.
Yeah, Savior got him.
They were all up on
The
that.
Savior.
So that should become the measuring stick. So Patrick, which do you prefer more, G Savior or the new Gundam Gunpla Builders thing?
Oh, that's
Hard
tough.
decision.
I'm weird like that. If there were more awkward sexual tension moments in G Savior, then I'd choose G Savior. But I'm gonna go with Gundam Builder.
Gotta go with Rambo.
Yeah. If I can't get to it because it's a serious series, then I'm gonna get into it because it's funny to me. So
Exactly.
So,
like if the
how weird is it gonna be when Rumbarall becomes Say's stepfather?
Wow.
Just exposition all day. To be like,
And then Lady Hammond shows up.
and
Exactly.
things get bad.
That's very serious moment.
Busts out his heat whip, his heat rod, starts disciplining Lori or Say, whatever his name is.
You
Yeah,
like
beats
men
him
who
up.
destroy little boys' gunpla, don't you?
Right?
Oh, what if he was really, really nice to the kid, and he would be like, "Man, that's a really nice model you made," and the kid was like feeling affection towards him, like, "Hey, maybe this guy is okay," and then Rumbarall just like crushed it in his hand. He's like,
Just
throw it in his
Go
hand.
Zaku, boys, go Zaku.
Well, he was
bad.
all up into the fight, so, he might actually do it. See that happening.
It's gonna
So-
be good.
Did we go over enough positives, or?
I don't know that we're even talking about positive anymore. I think we're
I
just talking.
think we stopped after a
Yeah,
while.
we're just rambling on about randomness of the shows.
Is there-
But I think that's the appeal, though, we're finding, is that it's so random at times.
Yeah.
Like, what I think is that all the wars, like, 00, Age, well, not Age, like the old original Origin, the 0079, like, that's all happened, and now they just commercialized it. And somehow Rambo Ral is still around. Like, thanks to the youth
The great grandson of Rambarall, even though he
Ral,
blew
exactly.
himself up with a grenade.
Yeah, that awkward sort of sexual tension got passed on through all the generations of Rambo Ral.
It's a family tradition. Anyway. A doorbell was rung. Anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, is that Skype or is that an actual doorbell?
if somebody's calling, it's fine. It's my ringtone. But
I see.
moving on. Is there anything else anyone else wants to say about Gundam Build Fighters before we go to the next topic?
It better have Wing Zero. That's all I'm saying.
I think it will. I mean, with us seeing the Wing Gundam, I think it's definitely possible.
As long as Sei isn't piling it, I'm all good.
Yeah, I don't think he'll pile it much longer. But something I do want to point out is that it is streamed on YouTube for us in high definition by Gundam Info, which is really, really nice.
That was
I really like that.
Yeah, that was very nice of them. I just found that out today, actually, when I watched the second one.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it is very fantastic.
The English subs for the first episode are about 61,600 views, which is funny because they're airing the Gundam Seed Destiny HD remasters at the same time, and none of them have nearly that view count.
Because it's the Destiny.
So, I think we're seeing some signs here.
Bring that up.
Yeah, I had to bring that up. Shin...
You had to bring
Shin can deal with it.
Destroy Gundam in the room.
It's in Shin's face right now. Shin can just go...
He can cry more about it.
Probably.
He can cry over something else other than his sister's dead limp arm.
Ouch.
Or the woman he loves getting blasted. Poor Shin.
Or leaving her in the lake. Or whatever that place is.
Yeah, just like, hey, you're dead.
The bottomless lagoon.
Yep, exactly. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, that's a pretty...
If I was a soldier helping him up, I'd be like grabbing the arm and being the rudest, like, I'd be scratching my back with it.
You're terrible.
Hey man, it's war.
It's war, bro. This happens. You got a butt scratcher now. Butt scratcher?
Oh no.
Like, somebody
Some
just
of
came
us
up
have
to
seen
some
the
nice
second episode already, but what do you expect for the future of Gundam Build Fighters?
I actually don't expect too many actual high grade. Well, I expect more customs than anything else. Is what I'm trying to say. I don't expect that's obviously for GOG or whatever.
Or a Gien or I'm thinking customs as well too.
Just
that's what actually I'm excited about. I want to see some Wing Zero with a GN drive and a long ass Astray sword or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Give me something pretty
cool. I think we'll...
And more sexual tension.
And more sexual tension, yes. Definitely.
Gundam sexual tension. Get it right.
I want as much sexual tension in this series than there is in Law and Order SV.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Dun dun.
And that's a lot.
Anyway, I actually, on that note, I think we'll see some more of the, at least momentarily, the lead suits, since they're kind of reintroducing them into high grade with, the Victory and,
X.
X. Wing Gundam, stuff like that. So, I mean, we'll probably see stuff where it's slightly customized where we can still tell what it is, so people will be like, I want to go buy that, and put something on it. Or something.
If I could also add, it's also really cool to see mobile suits that were, considered weak in different series, and then have them totally kick, the main character's ass.
I thought that was cool. I gained a little bit more respect for the Gien that first episode.
Exactly.
Alright.
He wasn't just piloted by some feminine weirdo who liked to,
liked to collect vases.
Lick glasses.
Latin.
Yeah.
Good times.
You realize this also kind of advertises not just model kits, but also previous series that, maybe somebody who just started watching after Age, or, the hardcore Seed fan that doesn't know anything else exists, or even, guys who run into somebody who's like, I love the first Gundam series, that's Wing. So, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it definitely does that well.
Yeah.
But, introduce, even, I kind of forgot about Gundam Victory's existence.
I did too.
Yeah, I didn't remember it existed.
It's kind of, I don't know, it's the least thought about though. It's way out there in the Universal Century future, and I don't know. I don't think I've seen a couple episodes. I don't think it's that interesting of a series. to be honest, and that's just going off.
The beginning's kind of boring.
Yeah, there you go.
I think Turn A is probably one of those as well. I mean, we do see some Turn A in the second episode, but I don't know how much more we'll see, you know? Like, at least, Victory
Turn A was an okay series, but like Double Zeta, it had its slow spots.
Double Zeta.
You're just like, I don't want to watch this anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
I've never finished Double Zeta before, so yeah, I know what you're saying. I can't even finish watching it.
I forced myself to finish Double Zeta, telling myself it would get better. I really wish I had those days of my life back.
Hey, at least I had cool mobile suits.
That's true.
That we would just later on see in Unicorn. So that's
Unicorn.
Looking forward to that very much.
I kind of want to see some age in Gundam Build Fighters.
Oh God, just stop.
No, it'll never stop.
Which suits?
The Dark Hound, the best mobile suit from that show.
Really? Okay.
It's a pirate Gundam. How can you get better than that?
I like the suit with the shovel.
That'd actually be really funny to see.
Just you see some mobile suit with a shovel just repeatedly just bashing in the head of another mobile suit.
You could just see
that'd be funny.
Just simple.
The Force Impulse just getting bashed by a shovel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shin's crying on the inside.
He's in disguise.
Maybe I shouldn't hate Age as much as I think, because I realized I actually didn't see the third arc.
You pretty much
you're
are
not
missing.
Yeah, he didn't miss.
Yeah,
much,
you're not missing.
to be honest.
They stole from so many different series. You can just watch everything else and say, okay, I pretty much got Destiny.
Yeah,
and then it also
they crammed so many different bad elements of all the bad series.
Yeah, and then they even stole from the first series.
Yeah.
Ending and just put it. It was just.
I remember the one thing that made me happy. I was like, well, at least their ship isn't a Pegasus cruiser ripoff.
Ooh.
Meanwhile, in episode 10...
I'll give them this.
No!
Really nice Zaku's.
They did.
Yeah, I love Zaku's. I love the Xeon suits in general. So it was nice to see little different variants on or takes on them.
Seek Xeon.
So
I knew someone would do that.
So, checking out somebody else's view, Side 7 will be able to stop in for a minute, so we'll ask him what his thoughts are if he's seen it. So,
what's up?
Side 7, what do you think about Gundam Build Fighters if you've seen any of it?
Gundam Build Fighters? Sorry, I'm just messing around with my phone here. What was the question?
Our thoughts on Gundam Build Fighters if you've seen the first or second episodes, and whether you like it or not, basically.
I did see the first 2 episodes actually, and I feel dirty because I liked it. I actually enjoyed it,
Yes.
and I feel bad about that. I didn't want to enjoy it, and it's so stupid. There's really, really dumb things, like when the kid vanishes.
Freaks out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt bad.
We didn't completely ruin it for Joshua because he hasn't seen episode 2 yet, but he was pretty much right on the same track with Reiji and his
origins.
His
put it that way.
interesting ability.
I'm sorry that I just totally spoiled that without even trying to hide it.
I kind of already did, so it's fine.
What if he's like?
I guessed it, and I was like, I hope this doesn't happen. It's gonna. If either you spoil it now, or it gets spoiled in 30 minutes when I watch it with my wife.
That's true.
Yep.
So,
Hoorah.
At least you know what to expect now. You won't
He's the
be
reincarnation of his dad.
You won't be as blindsided as I was. I was like, what? How?
Crimson Comet, mixing Johnny Ryan and the Red Comet together.
Pretty much.
Crimson Comet.
It reminds me of the PS2 game Encounters in Space. You were playing with him. He was like, I'm not the Red Comet, damn it.
Yeah, I remember that. I think it was pretty funny.
I'm the Crimson Lightning. Oh my goodness, Char!
Oh my.
Johnny Redden.
Good time.
Good
but
times.
I think most of us are on the same page that we did enjoy it, except for Patrick. Patrick despises it.
Feels dirty too, though. He feels dirty.
I like feeling dirty though sometimes.
Oh well, there you go. That's
what he's into. He's into that.
Like I was expecting to hate it. Like I went in really thinking I was just going to despise it.
Me too.
But
same.
It was pretty harmless. I don't know. I enjoyed the Gunpla aspect of it way more than I thought it was going to. So that was good. That was a plus.
I think so, yeah. It was a plus for me as well. I enjoyed that aspect. I don't even like Gunpla, to be honest, which is going to get me so much spam, hate mail from now on.
Yep.
But, I actually was like, I might actually finish my high grades now that I watched the show. And sand them and make them awesome so I can kick some ass.
Or get them destroyed by...
And that doesn't happen.
5-year-olds to build better Gunpla than you.
Put your time and effort into it.
I bought decals and paints, and this fool's using acrylic metallics, and just get my ass handed to me by like a bear guy or something.
Oh.
Bear guy?
A bear.
A bear guy.
It's not even a bear guy, it's just like a plastic model bear.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, I had something completely different in mind. Never mind. Never mind.
I know what you mean, Patrick. For the, few people who need censorship for the show, we might want to skip going into depth about that. But, yeah, so, is there any mobile suit battle you want to see come out of Build Fighters Side 7? Or anyone else?
I would like to see, I don't know, what would be weird. The Hazels, if they made an appearance, that would be kind of cool. Because they were all, modular anyway, so if they showed up, that would be kind of neat. I don't know. Lots of weird stuff showing up in the show, so anything kind of left field, maybe even like an XS Gundam, that'd be neat.
Yeah, I'd say any obscure Gundams that people don't know about would be nice to see. Not the main stage ones, but if some side stories, or even ones that don't even have side stories. They show up for one volume of something. That'd be sweet. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty interesting.
I'd say any of the mobile suits from the side 00 series.
That would be sweet. Anything
awesome.
00. Anything 00.
Let's see.
Anything 00 is pretty much gold.
I wonder
Has there been any 00 yet? I didn't see anything.
I don't believe
I didn't see anything either.
Not in combat. They acknowledge it exists because there's, I think, the Exia in their little shop. But I don't know if that would follow the rules because, everything else is pretty normal.
Yeah.
So if it's we don't know how to factor GM particles into this super advanced waste of our money.
Nice.
So, I love how they acknowledge that. Why does our school have this?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Without spoiling the second episode again.
Shouldn't we be using our school funds for I don't know, books?
For a battle simulator.
No. It's the future.
Gunpla.
They have tablets. Get it right.
Oh. They have IMAX?
Yeah, they just have a bunch of iPads.
Exactly.
I mean, they probably made them anyway, so.
They're free.
But,
wow.
Yeah, that was a mean joke. I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, but yeah, no, it'll be interesting to see if they'll incorporate that or anything like that in there. It would be cool to see the 00 either doing really cool stuff or getting just completely annihilated by a Guillen or something stupid like that. Poor Guillen.
Ooh.
But it'll be something we have to see. So
I thought I'd read or seen a picture of the Alvarion or whatever that gold suit is from the first season that shows up at the end. That it was going to be in the show for sure. I don't remember where I saw it, but it was a weird version of it. But
Yakovsky?
I don't know. No, not the Yakovsky. The one from 00, the one that the villain in the final episode uses. I don't know if the name is.
Right.
I can't.
Yeah.
I saw it. I thought I saw a picture of it customized for Build Fighters, but I wasn't sure.
Well, I mean, if they're gonna have Victory Gundam and stuff from Turn A, where they've got either the big wings of light or the butterfly wings that erase technology, they should have stuff from 00. I mean, I don't see why it'd be that much difficult.
Is there nanobots?
Yeah,
nanobots or anything like that.
Whatever the hell they
mustaches. Can't forget about mustaches.
It's true. Or Rumbaral's sexual tension. That's an extra skill. That's all it is.
Do you think they're going to have their own little custom finishing maneuvers? If they're custom, mobile suits. They'll have custom finishing moves, like in G Gundam.
They'll have fatalities.
Oh.
Okay. So like rubber ball,
mustache mustache whip slash some shit.
I really miss the 360 cockpits from the short series they did.
Those were cool,
or whatever it was.
Those were sweet.
Yeah,
I wish those were real. Like, I want to buy one.
I just want to sit in one. I don't even want to buy it. I just want to sit in it.
Don't even turn it on. Just sit there.
Just sit there. Like, I'm here.
How did the cockpit in Build Fighters work? They're just the particles or something?
It was like a hub. It was like a hub.
Yeah.
And it was like a projected, controls. It was just really, really weird, and I didn't like it at all.
We need Rumbarol here to give us all this exposition.
Exactly.
I love how he just showed up creepily in the kids' gym.
Yeah.
And the one girl just keeps going, "Who is this?
Who the hell is
this guy?"
But she's not even, afraid. She just accepts it. Like, oh, it's this old man who just told me what's going down.
Rumbarol would want.
The first time she's kind of like, oh.
Okay.
The second time she's like, this guy's cool.
This guy's cool. He makes sense. I hope he doesn't rape me.
Until.
That got dark quick.
Yeah.
You see, I mean, he's hitting on Say's mom. He's
seriously
hitting on Say's girlfriend, or main love interest, we assume.
Possible.
He's pretty much the, what the hell is his name? The actor. Not Matthew Fox. Fuck.
Good job.
Yeah, I know. From Dazed and Confused. What's his name?
Matthew McConaughey?
Matthew McConaughey?
He's the Matthew McConaughey of Gundam.
Oh, wow. Everyone keeps getting older and he stays the same age. Yes, they do.
I kind of thought for a second to be like, oh, our teacher is Rumba Rao, but no, he's just
random Rambarel. Shows up.
Yeah, that'd be awesome if he just, that was his whole gimmick, like he'd show up randomly and he became
whenever somebody has a question. He's like the fucking insurance girl. Yeah. Somebody has a question about Gundam, and he's like holding his mustache
he just
while
pops
he's
up
pushing it.
Yeah, his head rises from the I don't know. He's like
just on the side, even on the side.
Rumbarol. Oh my.
Exactly.
Anyway, Side 7, since I know...
And no one dares question his presence.
Since I know you're pressed for time, Side 7, I'll go ahead and ask you the next couple of topics, just so you can get your input. We're seeing stuff, from the high grade line with the reintroducing of kind of the main characters' suits with the Wing Gundam, the Victory Gundam, and so on. The real grades are kind of increasing their show of suits, I guess. Robot Damashi's continually moving. What stuff do you want to see out of any of those, or Master Grade as well?
I don't collect HG. I've managed to stay away from that. I think they're on the right track, like bringing out all the main mobile suits and having them be kind of like interchangeable. I think that's pretty cool. So I'm totally okay with what they're doing. Master Grades, now that I'm thinking about Advance of Zeta, I want Hazel suits badly. I've always wanted that. But for Master Grades, Season 1 00, Dynamis, things like that.
Yes, I agree.
Yep.
Those are way
best we have are the 1 to 100s right now, and I used to have one of them, and I mean it was pretty awesome to have it next to the Master Grade Exia.
Yeah.
Dynamis. Just give me the Dynamis.
Exactly.
And Damashi, I just want the Strays and Damashi.
Exactly.
Just money for Bandai. I don't know they haven't done it yet.
Yes, that's what I was about to say.
Make a red
Strays. Make all of them. The green, the red, the gold, all the shit. Everybody will buy them.
So easy, man. And all they gotta do is swamp it out, put a couple of accessories. I don't know why they haven't done it. It's money in the bank, especially now that they're doing Seed Destiny of all things.
Yeah.
Well, they're going big with the metal builds. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Metal?
Yeah, the metal
builds.
builds.
Going big with the Exia still.
Yeah.
I mean, here's hoping they're going to do X Repair 3 parts. I'd like to have that.
Just the parts, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we might actually get closer to having your Master Grade Season 1 00 stuff. I mean, they're going to come out with X Repair 2. So maybe, if we're lucky. But no, the Astray stuff and Robot Damashi would be really, really cool to see.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, I think they should do Zeta, because that's big in Japan, and I think Zeta would be cash for them too.
So, here's a question.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Patrick.
Well, I was going to say, I remember a long time ago, I forgot who, either someone told me or I read it somewhere, but, their whole thing with Damashi when they started was they wanted to start making suits that they hadn't done in the MSIA form first.
Right.
So, and that's really weird that they haven't done the Zeta, because Zeta is like their biggest thing. Like, that's like the most well-known character or suit other than, the original.
Put it this way. We got double Zeta before Zeta. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you think we'll see a Stray stuff come out before we get a Zeta Gundam?
Oh.
No.
So, I mean...
They can't be that dumb.
Well, I mean...
I feel like we're not going to get a Stray stuff at all. And I'm saying that, hopefully, I'm not jinxing it or whatever, but I think, we're spoiled. We get it everywhere else, in all the other lines, except for Real Grade. We might not get one.
Well, I mean, they have the Testament now, and then, the different colors of it now. I mean, maybe we may get something, but...
That's the cool thing about the high grade line right now, and the last one I picked up was the, one of the grunt suits from Age, and, they're so much more sturdier. What's that?
Yeah.
They're so much more sturdier, and their joints are so much better than what they used, polycapped is, and all that.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty much it's a Damashi itself, except it's not all, extremely solid. It's still got the weight of a high grade kit, but its durability is better than what it once was. So, I mean, even if something doesn't come out in RD form, we can look for it in high grade, and I would say it'd just be almost as good. It'll be probably cheaper too.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see some interesting stuff. It'll be interesting to see if they continue to do with what they're doing with Zeta and just keep doing the exclusive stuff or the cost signature. Hopefully,
I think we'll see a lot more cost signature. It looks like they're going to start milking that for everything it's worth.
I can see that.
A little bit with the cost signature. I got the Mark V recently, and the quality control on those things is just, I don't know.
I was actually going to ask that too. They can't. Is it gotten better? Because I know you're the one mostly getting them. So, and I guess you kind of answered it right there.
The Cassie was really nice, right? I think the Cassie was a great release, but the Mark V has left me kind of really. It's almost I don't know. The articulation isn't that great. It's not quite a Damashi, if that makes any sense.
Kind of thing.
I know what you're saying. I looked at it and the photos of it, and it just, it didn't feel like a Damashi to me. It felt almost like a standard that moved.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't get it.
Interesting. And for the final topic here, just kind of so we can get Side 7's input.
Cool.
Dynasty Warriors Gundam 4 was announced and, is coming out, and we've seen some stuff from it, some screenshots,
Pre-ordered!
And, Full Burst is going to be coming to the PS3 as well. And then Gundam Breaker. What do you think, what's your preference out of those? I know you play Extreme a little bit.
I think Extreme is my favorite. I don't know, Gundam Dynasty Warriors, and I got it, played it, liked it, and then just stopped and never went back to it. So I think probably the Versus.
Okay.
But I don't know how to expand on that because Gundam games aren't really my thing. I play them and I like them, but it's been since Federation versus Zaft 2 that I really enjoyed one, and that was a long time ago.
Way back in the day.
Yeah, well, 2005 or 2006 or something.
Did you say Federation versus Zaft?
Yeah, it's the Gundam C Destiny one. It's the second one. It's actually it's on the way in the mail.
Awesome.
Just making sure.
Yeah, that was my favorite one. Because it lets you mess around with the storyline. I really enjoy that stuff. So you could I had Shin win everything, and that made me happy.
Yeah.
I like those things. And because Extreme Versus doesn't really have too much of that, I'm not really into it. And I have no idea what the storyline for Gundam Gundam Seed or what Dynasty Warriors was. I have no idea what was going on in that game.
It doesn't really.
I don't think anyone does.
Yeah.
I'm actually over the whole game now.
You're what?
I'm actually over it. Like I want to play the stories more than actually just playing the actual
suits.
Yeah, I don't want to just do a bunch of melees against all these suits at once. I want to actually play the story modes. That's what I'm liking about this next one, because they're really like.
I was going to say you might like the next one.
Yeah, we got story mode now, so I'm more interested in that.
Story mode. That might change my opinion of it.
Yeah, I think you can play like the big Dynasty Warriors randomly thrown together storyline, or you can go to each series and play a different. You can play the storyline. You can play the Zeta storyline.
They've had that before, and especially in the first one. The first one was sick. They did a really good job with it. And then as they progressed, it was kind of like, it's not the most important thing.
Yeah.
Kind of feeling. But, yeah. So hopefully this next one is a little bit better with that.
Yeah, this next one's getting a huge seed treatment. The regular seed and Seed Destiny are getting official modes, and they're probably going to get a bulk of the new additions if they really, because they're saying we're gonna make this the best game ever in the Warriors series for Gundam.
Mm-hmm.
So look out for that. The original Gundam's getting one, Unicorn, Zeta, and I believe that's it. Except for that's also getting one. But I mean, they already did that in the second game, so I don't know what else they could do to make that better. I thought it was decent, the original mode from the second game for Char's counterattack.
Yeah.
I mean, it told you pretty much everything you need to know from each character's point of view.
It'll be interesting to see. But, yeah, I mean, is there anything else you want to say about anything we've talked about today, Seven?
No, just reiterating the fact that Build Fighters was surprisingly not as bad as I thought it was going to be. And I thought it was going to be terrible, so I don't know, take that as you will. I'm going to give it a couple more episodes before I really pass judgment on it. But, yeah, it was okay. And, I don't even know if there's any big news coming up or anything really exciting. A couple of, really big announcements out of the Gunpla Expo, but that's for Gunpla builders, like Masquerade X is pretty cool. Stuff like that, I'm looking forward to. I don't know about you guys.
Wing RD. I'm looking forward to that.
Well, the Kshatriya looks great.
I'm actually super surprised that's not an exclusive. Or that we haven't got an exclusive, it's going to be exclusive, news that I'm actually thinking it's going to be in a mass release. That's actually pretty sweet. Thumbs up to Bandai for that, if it's true.
Alright, it's still probably going to be expensive, but it's going to be worth it. I'm so excited.
As long as we can get it, I don't care.
As long as they keep making unicorn stuff, I'm excited.
And you guys would know this, but does anybody know if the Shinanju, the new release, is going to be at all different, or is it just added accessories?
It doesn't even look that different. It just looks like it's just the bazooka.
I think it comes with a head that's got the bazooka mark on it.
Yeah, and the little switch
I think
head.
that's it.
Yeah. And then the shield apparently may probably be able to stay on the forearm. I'm not sure, but they're kind of showing in the photos check it out. We got the shield on his hand this time.
And it doesn't fall over.
That was and it doesn't, fall over or tumble over, just not even want to hang on to the hand. That was my issue with the first release. I didn't want to have the shield on his shoulder. I wanted it on his forearm, and then it just would never work. So I'm hoping that release gets that straightened out, because I'll probably pick that up if it does.
I hope we get a Delta Plus and a Roselle as well. I mean, I know
Yes.
We
Absolutely.
probably won't, but that would be rad. I'd be excited. And then we could go from there and get some other cool stuff. So, I mean...
that stuff would be awesome.
I mean, there's a lot of cool things, especially in the battle at Torrington and Palau and all that we saw some pretty cool old Xeon suits modified to work, with Neo Xeon stuff, to where it's, futuristic E. That I think
Yeah, you didn't see a lot of Zakus, but you saw a lot of Doms survive the test of time.
Yeah.
So, in some Marsais, in an Effete. Oh. If the Effete Schneider came out with all its little heat knives, I'd be so excited.
Oh man, I don't know.
They're pretty rad. I mean, handguns and knives for Gundams are like the coolest things ever.
I was gonna save up for an Ares, but now I'm buying all of Gundam Origins slowly.
That's not a bad plan, actually.
Yeah, and that brings up, when are we gonna start seeing Gundam Origin kits next year? Because that's planned, so we'll see some of those things dropping.
I'm still waiting for a Char Zaku 2 RD. That's what I'm still waiting for. I mean, you gave us the green one.
Careful, if they rush it, they'll screw it up like the first Zaku RD.
Yeah, I know. All those holes.
Wait, wasn't there a Chars already, or have they not done that?
They have not
haven't
done
it yet.
No.
Wow, I just assumed they had.
My RX is just lonely there on the shelf with no one to fight.
And there's so many other variations of the Zaku they could make. In fact, they should just pretend that their first release never happened and fix it.
Or
well, what was it? Get the hard point system.
In the late 2000s or whatever, a couple of years ago, they went crazy with the Master Grade Zakus. They had like the mine layer and the whatever. They had like half a dozen of them at least. The TriStar Customs, all that stuff. And it was almost overwhelming because every time you went to wherever you were buying Gunpla from, there was a new Zaku variant, and I wasn't really into them. So I'd like the variants, but in moderation.
Yeah, very slowly released, not all at once.
Yeah, if you pace them, if you release them all at once, then it's just overwhelming. But you release one every year or 2 years, or a couple every 2 years, then, it's nice.
Totally.
Out of curiosity, does anybody know if the Wing Gundam is going to be an exclusive? Because that's what I remember reading about.
I think it's going to be mass release in February.
Okay.
I want to say
what I've seen. Which makes me very excited because I'll buy like 5 of those.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Here we go.
I already got 2 in mine, so.
Exactly. One on display and one in the box.
Yep.
At least.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
Kind of begs the question as to why the Shenlong was an exclusive.
Oh, man.
I think I heard that the Ultron didn't sell that well, and that they might have made the Shenlong mass release if it did. I heard that somewhere, but it was like way off in the somewheres of the internet, so I don't put any validity on it, but it makes sense to me, though.
Yeah.
I still need to buy the heavy arms and Sandrock swapping parts. Like, now that I have the money. I can't find them.
I'm tempted for that.
Do you mind not having the beam saber? Because that's the only thing I kept out of my set.
You know I'm going to want the beam saber. That
was the whole reason to buy it.
That's the best part. Exactly. That's the whole reason I bought it. Everything else is on.
Yeah. Why would you want the other parts?
Who cares about that?
Exactly.
Silliness.
Oh, good times.
All right, I'm going to bow out at this point, guys. Thank you very much. Have a
Thanks for being here.
See ya.
See ya.
Yay. 7 was here. Anyway, now is my time to complain about not having a Taurus. Why do we not have a Taurus? Damn it, RD. Come on, Robot Damashi. They hate me. There's just some Bandai exec listening to this. It
was one of their biggest failures with the NSIA line. You had all the Gundams from Gundam Wing, and you got a Leo. 3 variations of the Leo, but that was it. There were so many different Oz suits, and they never made any of them. And then they came out with all those G Gundams. Every G Gundam that came out in the show, they pretty much had a figure for, and they transformed and whatnot. And you're like, tell me you couldn't make a Taurus. You got Raven Gundam, you could have made Taurus.
Yeah. They could have made Tequila Gundam. I'm a little upset about that.
Tequila.
Just so I can own it.
Racially insensitive.
It was awesome.
Oh, good times. See, that's the best part about having silly series, is that we can look back 10 years later and laugh at them. Whoa, it's been more than 10 years since it aired.
Yeah, Mark Gath is probably a brain surgeon by now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, thanks for reminding us how old we are.
I feel terrible about myself. Anyway.
Should.
Which is funny, because I'm pretty sure I'm younger than most everyone here.
Yeah, no, you are.
Yeah! I'm not old. Anyway. But yeah, no, a Taurus, and like Brandon said, a lot of other Oz suits were out there, and it'd be interesting to see them try some of them. I mean, you've got the last Outpost series, you could also do some Leo variants with, since you have them.
Who was
already.
it that made a custom Cancer?
Ooh, I don't know.
It was
It's on YouTube. I can't remember
Are you
who
talking
it was.
about the model?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, his name is Henry.
Henry.
Oh,
That helps.
yeah, I know.
Oh, it's fine, Henry.
Good job,
Anyways,
Patrick, trying to do a shout
the
out.
Cancer that he custom made, it looked amazing. You know, there's no
Let me look
reason
it up
why.
right
If
now.
he can make one from scratch, Bandai can make
Right.
one.
Yeah,
Oh, it's Vegeta 8259, I think.
there you go.
I
Yeah.
think that's his name.
Sure.
Let me
Sure,
see.
why not?
There it is. Yeah, Vegeta 8259.
There you go.
Yeah, he made Cancer. He did some really good stuff with like old high grade tall geese. Gave him new hands and stuff. He even made a custom Leo
Oh, wow.
HG.
Yeah.
So
I mean, there are a lot of things they could do with Wing, and since Wing's still kind of ongoing, we can hope that, you know, we'll get a Taurus, we'll get the blue Leo,
I'd like a serpent.
a
you know.
serpent,
That'd be sweet.
you know, the EW suits, possibly. Because seeing the Mogwanox from the EW series would be great, because their design's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did like the Mogwanox.
The ones they show a picture of in Endless Waltz, but you never really got to see.
Yeah, they're in there for
Exactly.
like one frame, and it's like, oh, no.
One
Oh, by the
frame.
way, we redesigned these. Here they are. Oh, hope you enjoyed it.
Now back to the action. But
Back to Hero dying.
Back-
Or is he?
back to Hero blowing things up needlessly. Oh,
Yes.
Good times. Hero and his explosion-y powers.
Almost suicide-ish, but not really.
Pretty much. He's trying to get away from Relena's the whole thing. He's like, I don't want to go
Yeah.
back to her. Help me.
That's why he looks all dead when she grabs him from the ground. Ah, shit, I didn't make it.
Why are you here, woman?
Is this hell?
Am I dead?
This isn't the future that Zero showed me.
But no, I think there's a lot of stuff we could see from Wing. There's a lot of stuff from Astray we could also see.
Tacos.
When Origin comes out and we start seeing those high grades, if their sales are doing well, we might hopefully get Sharzaku to maybe
Yay!
a second version of the RX-78 or the Origins version of it. Not that it's much different. And go from there, because I mean the Zaku's do look different, so it's definitely a possibility, but something we're just gonna have to wait and see.
Indeed.
Indeed. But
Quite.
Sometimes I worry that the robot spirit line, because there was the MSA line had a good run, but they kept trying all these other different ones, and then they would like abandon them pretty quickly, like the super complete model.
Yeah.
And then there was another one of that was either bigger or smaller, and then there was the fixed figuration. I mean, it's like they try stuff out for a little while and they make some really cool stuff, and they're like, oh yeah, we just decided not to make those anymore.
you know what's weird? Last super complete model figures that they showed off at a show. One of them was the GPO3. Stamen.
Oh.
Yeah,
wow,
they were going to release it, and it would have been
Damn.
awesome.
but they didn't.
That would have been,
They didn't.
but they didn't.
I think I saw one
I'm
on
s-
eBay the other day.
You saw one?
Yeah.
A super?
Um,
Or just the HCM?
I'm not sure.
Because I'm pretty sure they had a HCM Pro Stamen, right? Like the regular version?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was one of
We're talking
them.
about Ben Presto, right?
HCM or SCM.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they've got several figure lines that they did for, maybe a year or two, and then they just dropped.
Yeah.
And I don't want that to happen with the Robot Spirits. I may not be, a big Robot Spirits collector, but I'm a big Gundam action figure collector, and I want to see a line, last and produce all the things that I don't have.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think they will, because the Robot Damashi line is kind of expansive, much like the MSIA line was, where they've got different series and different stakes and different licenses and stuff. And, I mean, they're, I think, planned out until somewhere in 2014, so, at least we've got until, like, mid-2014, hopefully, for continuing.
Yeah.
Don't jinx it. That's what they said about the 00 MSA line.
Oh, god damn it, Spicer. See what you're doing?
It's those Bandai execs not giving me the tourists listening again.
It's because of that racial joke you told about the Asians.
Oh, yeah.
If they had just gone backwards with the MSA line and said, now we're going to make all those Oz suits that all of you have been waiting 5 years for,
Nope.
everything would have been fine.
God.
But they didn't. They did not.
No, I
Thank
also
goodness.
had that feeling about the RD line, like, is it hitting its ceiling soon? Because we've gone a long way from the original 00 Gundam.
I was actually thinking it too, but they keep on taking suits and then redoing them, and if they keep going with that and then slowly but surely making the stuff that we want, they should be okay.
So yeah, I'm fine with that. Like, if you make a better version of a suit, and it's actually better, I'm fine with it. Like, I loved my 007 swords. I love that.
Yeah. And it has to be a legitimate, upgrade. It can't just be, here's an extra bazooka and head, and we're gonna put a new title on it.
Yeah.
The
And
anime.
an
Charge
extra
you
price tag.
$60. Yeah, exactly.
Totally.
Brandon needs to buy some Damashi.
It's true.
And not get rid of them.
Awesome.
And not get rid of them.
I got 3 so far.
You still have 3?
Yep.
3.
Which ones?
Unicorn, both versions, first releases, and the Sinaju.
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
That was right. Definitely.
And eventually, when I'm done buying all of Origin, a Taurus.
Yeah!
That's all.
Taurus.
Or not Taurus, Ares.
Oh.
But definitely a Taurus if they make it.
Yeah, they better make it. They're listening in. But, that is something, though, I'm a little bit curious with the Robot Damashi line, is that, in terms of articulation, they're kind of hitting a ceiling that they don't have much more they can do.
They could do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're kind of at their max. So I wonder where they're going to go with, if they're going to try to start in on another hardpoint system or something other like that, or just increase the amount of accessories or gimmicks or something.
We always go for a battle scarred line.
Exactly. I was thinking that the other day as well. I was selling my battle scarred MSIAs, and I was like, they do that for RD.
That'd be kind of cool.
They already have the full.
Nanji has.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly, yeah. They've already done it with the Sinanju.
That would be pretty cool. I mean, because it looks really good. Like, the Sinaju's head looks like it did in the anime, so it's like, well, they did a good job. But I wonder if they'll go, if that happens, if they'll try, to do the advanced MSAA, where they had the skeletal frame and you put the pieces on. I wonder if they'll do something like that.
I hope not. Because we all know how that ended, and no.
Another one of those lines that had a short lifespan.
And they sucked.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah. Look, I put it together.
Brandon,
It fell
I
apart.
sold you one.
Yep.
I believe I sold Brandon the dual Gundam.
Yeah.
And he paid for it. In more ways than one.
Poor Duel.
Pick one.
I took their frames and then I sold their armor. I have the frames for stop motion animation shots of repairs being done for Gundam Father of Peace.
There you go.
Clever.
Somehow somebody bought all the armor pieces, so yeah, I was happy.
There
It's
you
a
go.
really odd purchase.
I've seen Otter.
Like, hey, we're gonna go buy these random armor pieces.
For fun.
Probably for custom work.
Yeah.
Good times, good times. Well, are there any closing thoughts anybody has?
I really thought that the new Gundam series, the Gunpla Builders or whatever it is, I thought it was going to be absolutely horrible.
I know.
I really liked it.
I feel you. Like, I think Patrick's the only one here that, when we talked about it, was like, hey, we should give it a chance.
Yeah, and I was actually like, hey, I might like it because I like the other one.
And now you're like, this show
And I
is
did
the
watch
worst.
episode 2, didn't he? I haven't gotten that far.
The awkward part.
Yeah, episode 2 will be interesting, but at least the combat does look good in it, so.
That makes me happy. That's half of what made me happy. The other half was not having to deal with even though I love it, the
war
grimness
aspect
of war and everything. It's kind of like, wow, I have Gundam, but without the grimness of war. And I'm actually happy. How is this possible?
It's because all of the awesome combat and Rumbarol sexual tension.
Yes. He needs to stay.
You
Has to
like
fight
men who
somebody.
make sexual tension, don't you, Hammond?
Don't you say, Mom?
Do you feel my breath on your neck, little boy?
That is a Gunpla battle.
That's what it is, just Rumbarol breathing on your neck. Just
Exactly.
Does my breath smell like whiskey and cigars? Does it smell like a man to you?
You like men who smell of whiskey and cigars, don't you, Hammond?
That's horrible.
Build me a Zaku, boy. Make it blue.
But sir, we don't have the paint. Make it blue.
Make it blue. Wait, who piloted that blue Zaku? Actually, now that I
Put a
think
little
about
hot rod blue in there.
it. Have him show up all of a sudden like, that's mine, Rambo Rab.
Oh.
I forgot the pilot's name, though, for that little blue Zaku.
And then it just takes a nosedive.
And then it just takes a nose.
Reiji just happens to be there like, sup, I'm here. Then Say's mom's like, oh hey, Say, I found your dad, he's not dead. And then it's...
At some point later in the series, you'll see Rambarol jump out of a building through a glass window and see, now you'll see the fate of a true warrior, and he's holding, like, a goof in his hand.
A goof in his hand.
And, jumps out the building and dies.
I would be really sad, but that would be the best way to go for Rumbarol.
That's how he always likes
That or
to
he
go.
jumps, through the stadium roof when the championships are going and just lands on the...
Exactly, like, the Boloski particles somehow malfunction, and he, jumps on it to save everyone.
And then he becomes Gunpla.
And then he becomes a Gundam. And he said, I'm no Zaku.
This is turning into really weird fan fiction. We should stop.
It is. Rumbarol.
All about Rambarol.
Gave him light kisses on the
Oh,
face.
no. And then Say's mom seductively asks Rumbarol for his payment.
Seriously, man. Say's mom pushing her little, memories together half the time she's on screen. I mean, I'm not saying I don't
That's
like
what
it.
she's there for, is for,
That's what she's there for.
Me and Spicy, we were talking about, how do they keep the shop open with clearly not that many customers?
She's a prostitute.
And we were...
They're rich.
Yeah, we were hinting towards
she's
it.
a lady of the night.
Yes.
Rarely do you have an anime kid's mom for fan service.
That is a little weird, but... I can't wait for the beach episode.
Yeah.
There's gonna be one of those Gunpla battles.
There's always a beach episode.
Gunpla
There's always
battle
a
at
beach
the
episode.
with Rumbarol and a Speedo.
Toquan's Island.
It's gonna be the sumo. Harry O. sumo at the beach.
Be nice
Again.
to see an old-fashioned beach bully.
His dad's Toquan.
That's what it is. None of the girls show up. It's just Rumbarol beating people up. Giving exposition, this is Gunpla battle.
In a Speedo.
Just punching someone in the face. Yeah, and a Speedo.
He gets ready to do a battle and, he takes his shirt off and everybody's just like, why'd you take your shirt off? You didn't
It's
have
all
to."
glistening.
He's like, this is real Gunpla battle.
This is the real battle.
With your shirt off.
Real warriors fight with no shirts.
There's, so much body hair on him.
If this really happens, I'm gonna be sad.
Dude, we need to get paid by Bandai. That's all I'm saying, if it happens.
Yeah, we're writing this show as we go.
Thought thing or what? We all giving our last little
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Besides all the weird fan fiction we just wrote for Gundam Build Fighters, anything else? Any comments? Any suggestions? Any observations?
Anybody want to go first, or?
Go for it.
I need the RD expansion pack, whatever you want to call it, parts, Sandrock, Heavy Arms.
With a beam saber.
I need them complete, not missing the beam saber.
Which means this is also going to go up on Patrick's channel as well and get more views than the actual channel.
And I need 2 Shinlongs. I need them.
He needs them.
That's how
I need the light-based punitive force, SCM or whatever it is.
Oh gosh. This is just turning into a wish list.
Maybe a GN Drive.
For Christmas?
Just one. Not 2, just one.
I need a Taurus in any form you can give me. That's all I want for Christmas.
Do Legos count?
Maybe.
I mean, we've seen some pretty sick, original Gundam Legos. So I mean, I'm sure a Taurus wouldn't be too hard.
Maybe. Either way, Bandai, get on that. I want a Taurus.
I have. I'm good right now. Got the new Gundam game. Got Wing, RD.
You got your beam saber.
I got my beam saber from Heavy Arms. I'm straight.
I have Side 7's Gundam game in the mail to me.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
I've got painting stuff in the mail to me. So, Patrick, is there anything in the mail to you?
Shut up.
Oh, there isn't. I didn't mean that to be a dick. I was actually curious. Okay.
It's so mean.
Is Rumber delivering your mail seductively?
I'd he handed them to me. You know what you need to do.
and then things happen. Anyway,
things happen.
So, thanks for watching, everybody. Check out all of our individual YouTube channels, because this is going to go up on Patrick's most likely anyway, as well as the Minovsky Radio channel on YouTube, as well as on Podomatic and iTunes. Check out Nick84 The Rock's YouTube channel. Check out Gundam Father Peace or Joshua Gadamu's YouTube channel. And check out The Spicer, because I've got awesome stuff, I think. And Side 7, he was also here for a short time with us.
The lucky guy for Shinlong.
He has everything.
He is a Shinlong.
I'm convinced he has everything.
He doesn't have the parts.
He doesn't have the parts.
Have the parts.
He does not have the
parts.
No.
Yeah. He'll have the parts soon. He'll find them. Anyway, thanks for listening, stopping in, downloading, whatever it is